What is up, guys? I just bought my first car. To answer all your questions, no, I did not think this would be the first car I would ever buy. 2, yes, I will explain. And 3, the reason that there's 2 of these is because this one I reached out to Volkswagen to test drive to make sure it was a good fit for our family, and obviously, it was. Let's start with the negatives because there's 2 big ones. 1, this only gets 234 miles of range, and to get the bench seat, which I need because we have 3 kids, you can only get the rear-wheel drive version, which also only makes 282 horsepower. We also live in Southern California, so it never gets cold enough to have a big range drop. And based on our driving lately, it's been getting 251 miles, and that's on 90%. And because we live in Southern California, it never snows, which means rear-wheel drive is perfectly fine. But then there's the horsepower. So you would think 282 horsepower would feel slow.
Oh my.
But it's not bad. What do you think?
It hits really hard.
Dude, right?
That's actually nuts.
So the range is sufficient because we also have a charging station at home, and the power is kind of irrelevant because my wife drives slow anyways. Now let's get into the positives, and one of the biggest ones is the space in this thing. One of the other options we were looking at was the Nissan Armada. So here's me in the front seat of the Armada. If I get in the back and scoot the seat all the way back, I have about that much room. Here's my driving position in the ID Buzz. If I get in the back of this, I have about this much room, but I haven't scooted the seat all the way back. Look how much space I have. It's like all the way. There's so much second row space that I can move the front seat all the way back, and there's still plenty of room for my toddler to climb through here to get to his seat in the middle. You also get ISOFIX points, which a lot of cars have, but not a lot of cars get 2, 4, 6 ISOFIX points. The seat also tilts forward and up, which is great if you have car seats, and with the second row all the way back, I get suburban levels of legroom in a vehicle that's 2.5 feet shorter. It may not have suburban trunk space, but I get plenty of room for a stroller. I get storage cubbies right in here. If I need even more space, I can fold down my third row. If I want even more space than that, I can take out my entire shelf, take out my entire third row, and I can use those third row seats to enjoy the view. Inside, I get this giant glass roof that can let light in or keep it out. I have built-in armrests, these heated, ventilated, and massaging seats with a thigh extension. My gauge cluster can go up and out with my steering wheel. I have a wireless charging pad, a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I get cup holders right here, storage space down there, more storage space back here. I can use these dividers to get ice off my windshield, open bottles, and if I want to take this entire thing out, I can. I also get more charging ports in my door, tons of storage space right here, an area to charge a dash cam up there. If I need a place to store cash or cards, I can put it under my screen. And my favorite part is this cute window. Not only do you get minivan practicality, but this actually sits up high, just like an SUV. I also get a head-up display right there, and this has tons of glass, so the visibility is great. This next part is just a plus, but this has the best ambient lighting of all the cars we looked at. And I can pick 2 colors of ambient lighting. And if you pick 2, it'll combine those 2 colors in the back using an ombre effect. But I think the coolest part is if you have the passenger door open or the driver door open, it'll turn that ambient light red so oncoming traffic knows you're stopped. So the other 3 cars that almost made the cut were Toyota Sienna, the Tahoe, and the Nissan Armada. The Nissan Armada is great. Nissan actually sent me that as a long-term vehicle, and I still have it. But as you saw, it's smaller than this, and it rode a little bit more rough, which my wife was not a fan of, and since she's the main one that'd be driving it, it was out. Next was the Toyota Sienna. The Sienna is a phenomenal car, and I really think that if you're okay with driving the minivan, you don't need something super exciting, I think it's a great choice. But I think it was kind of too boring, and I think my wife liked that this one was a little bit more fun, but it still gave you the practicality of a minivan with the sliding doors. The second best one was the Tahoe. It rode phenomenal, and with the diesel option, I think for a daily driver, it's amazing. It got a ton of range. There was a good amount of room, though not as much as this. But I think for the price, it was about $84,000 for the one we were looking at, and that was just a mid-level RST trim. It didn't have quite as many features, and it wasn't as practical because it didn't have sliding doors. Now, aside from the Sienna, this was the second cheapest at $67,000. That's even 10 grand less than the Armada Pro 4X, which we were also considering. Now, this is over 6,000 pounds, so because I am gonna be using this occasionally for work and going to events to film and things like that, I was able to write it off. So because it ate up some of those taxes and some of the depreciation, this came out roughly the same cost as a fully loaded Sienna. After praying about what car to get for almost a year, I feel like the final factor was that God put on my heart, this is the first vehicle my wife has ever gotten excited about. I get to drive my dream car multiple times a year because of what I do for work. I'm thankful to God that I'm able to do this. I'm thankful to people that watch and support the channel that I'm able to do this, but I'm thankful for my wife because she is the most amazing person on the planet.
Congratulations!
I'm so excited!
Oh, it's official. What do you think? Oh, I love you so much, babe. Sorry. Seriously, I love you. You're welcome. Massive shout out to Wesley, Devin, and Marshall at Norm Reeves Volkswagen. Those three guys really helped make this deal possible. So thank you guys so much. Realistically, I can't suggest this car for everyone. It just simply doesn't work for everyone. But if it works for you, this is a great car. If this car came to America, Tesla would be cooked. This competes against a Model Y. It's electric, but if I don't have time to charge, I can put gas in here and that'll power my generator under the hood to give me over 700 miles of range. You also get air suspension and LiDAR for self-driving. And to let others know it's driving itself, the side lights will turn blue. Pretty cool. Inside, you get pillows in your headrest, heated and ventilated seats that also massage you. My passenger screen also works super fast. My driver display works super fast. I get 2 wireless charging pads with a fan to cool off my phone. Storage space in there, more storage space under here. I get a driving display on my steering wheel, and my head-up display shows me my blind spots. You also get a built-in camera to take pictures, and it can even do it just of the rear passengers. If I push this button, that'll turn on my lights for a better quality photo. And because it has built-in AI, I can just point at something and it knows what I'm talking about. 关闭这个. Even if you're 6 feet tall and scoot the seat all the way back, you still have plenty of space in the rear for a car seat. And to make sure you don't wake your kids, it has soft close. If your kids are older, they can enjoy heated and ventilated seats that can recline and massage you. I have a built-in footrest right down here. I have a built-in cooler that can also double to keep food hot. And because kids always lose the remote, I just use my hand. But don't think I forgot about the parents. Tell me this isn't cool. And if you need to fit really long items, you can do that too. It even has a Sentry mode to monitor your car. And did I mention how quiet this is? If you're rich with enemies, behind me is the perfect car. We gotta start in the back. You get the Starlight suede headliner, you get ambient lighting up here, a built-in iPad, storage space in there, more storage space in here with a cup holder. I have this pop-out tray that I can work on or eat on top of, but my favorite part is the built-in Apple TV. If I push this button, I can recline my seat. If I push the button at the bottom, my footrest can come out. I have a built-in bar right down here with an area for me to place my cups. And to make sure my breath is fresh, I have a built-in candy tray. And if I want to talk to my driver, I just push this. And if you have ops, there's no need to worry because these windows are B4 level bullet resistant. That means it can protect against all handguns, including a .44 Magnum. You have blast protection underneath that can protect against 10 hand grenades, courtesy of Mr. Beast. If an op tries to get into your car, you can turn on your shocking door handles and electrocute them. This also has built-in pepper spray. You also get a self-healing gas tank, a built-in winch. You get blinding lights to stun the ops, and to assert your dominance,
You have a built-in intercom system.
inside, I get a speaker in my roof, speakers in my headrest, my seats are heated and ventilated. I get all of my controls right here, a digital mirror, 2 cameras, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I have a secret screen up here, and I even have a safe for the Oppa-Stoppa. And to escape the ops, you have a supercharged V8 making 800 horsepower. EVs make great A to B cars, and behind me is a really good one. So this is the Volvo EX60 P10. It can do 322 miles of range or 400 miles of range if you get the B12. And it can charge 10 to 80% in just 16 minutes, so it can do the A to B thing pretty well. If I follow this line and then go up, that's how I open my front trunk, which has a little bit of space and more storage in the back. If I have taller items, I can put them there or fold both back for underspace storage. Inside, I get this giant glass roof that can let light in or I can keep it out. I get speakers on my headrest, heated and ventilated seats with an adjustable leg rest, burgundy wood on my dash, another speaker for my Bowers & Wilkins sound system, a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Google Gemini, a glass crystal volume knob, a wireless charging pad with storage space underneath. I get tons of storage down here and even more storage right here with cup holders, and I even get a spot to put my phone. And if you want a subtle flex on your passengers, your seatbelt says since 1959 because Volvo invented the current 3-point harness. I also get a heated squircle to make it easier to see my driving display. And in the back, you get not only 1 booster seat, but 2 booster seats, and they're both heated. I also get a good amount of space here in the back. Even my back passengers have speakers in the headrest. And my favorite part is I get storage space back here, or I can turn it into a removable trash bin. This makes 503 horsepower or 670 for the performance model. I get adaptive suspension or I can get air suspension for the all-terrain cross-country model.